Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Lindquist with English by the Hour, and I'd like to discuss the Alexander Advantage with you. This is a program that you can take to improve not only your verbal communication, but also your nonverbal communication skills. So you may have noticed over the years, if you've watched my YouTube videos, that my posture has improved, and my breath control, and also my body movement. And the reason I've done that is to improve my practice, and I'd like to share that with all of you. So when you come in and you meet with us for a consultation, not only will we work with you on improving your accent, we'll also work with you on improving in lots of other areas. So if you speak too quickly and you can't control your pace, or you feel perhaps that you have body movements that you don't like, they might be too fast or too fidgety, or you might feel that you have not enough expression in your face, or some people have too much movement and too much expression, and you might think you can't control it. And in the past, your coach would bring it to your awareness, but you might not be able to change it. And I know many of my clients have expressed the fear that they'll never be able to change it. So the nice thing about the Alexander Advantage is we use something called the Alexander Technique to help you create change. And today I have Dominique Jacques with us, and she will be talking to you and helping us to understand how our underlying issues can affect our natural speech. So Dominique, would you like to address our viewers and tell us a little bit about how the Alexander Technique can help people to make changes and modifications in their speech and also in their nonverbal communication that they might not be aware of or that they might feel they can't change?
Thank you. Yes, I'll be happy to. So often you might have noticed that, for example, you run out of breath in the middle of a presentation, or as Rebecca said, that you speak too fast, or that people give you some feedback about your nonverbal communication, your body language. And you might have been told how to change it, but it's not so easy.
This gives you an idea of the kind of work that Dominique does with a client for the Alexander Advantage. It's a matter of creating not only awareness, but enabling change in a very short period of time in a very powerful way.
So, as an Alexander teacher, the way I help my clients is by using my hands to give an experience directly to the body of a better functioning, of a state where there is less tension, less unnecessary waste of energy. Because without realizing it, sometimes if there is the slightest level of anxiety or pain somewhere in the body, we start to contract, and a bit like a turtle, we become smaller. The shoulders come close to each other, the head goes in, the chin is out, and at the end of the day we are very tired and we have pain. So by using my hands and some instructions, I help the body unravel and open up so that the body can be in its best state to perform as well as you can perform.
This is an example of Dominique working with a client who is focusing on his pace and gait. And you'll notice that with her help, within minutes, he's able to change how he walks and integrate this with his natural movement. And that's the challenge, to take something that you're learning in a session and apply it so you can feel comfortable and confident. And that's what this technique helps you do.
So the Alexander Technique not only gives you an experience of how you are at your best, but it teaches you how to help yourself in the middle of a situation where you want to access your best. So you can self-manage, for example, at the beginning of a presentation or in the middle of a presentation, or if you have an interview to make, you can in a few seconds send some different messages with your brain, with the power of your intention, to talk to the body and have it let go of some important tension. Then it's not just copying a good posture, it's your whole state which can change and help the people you are addressing to feel comfortable in front of you, to feel your charisma and your power, and to open up in front of you. So it's not only giving a positive experience, but coaching people how to self-manage in any situation, including how to recover from stress. Because sometimes we don't have time between one situation and the next. We have to be at our best. Then in a few minutes you can really know how to improve your state.
That makes a lot of sense. It's fascinating. It absolutely empowers people. So I'm wondering, beyond speech, can this also help people improve sports? Because I know a lot of our clients are people who are very active. So how does the Alexander Technique help people who are involved in sports?
It's interesting that you're mentioning that, because not so many people in my practice come to improve their sports because they have their coach or they are used to bicycle in their own way. But the people I work with, which here in the Silicon Valley are executives and they have a busy schedule, yet they all practice some sports. And the way they change with their sports is because the change I ask them to practice for their speech and their breathing, I ask them to practice while they do their favorite sports, so that while they golf, they can apply the principles I give them, how to bend like a tiger wood, for example, how to have that same shape, and how to do bicycle without putting too much effort in the shoulders. Tennis player, I help them to have a spring in their step and to bend in such a way that they can spring quickly. And the most common is the working out that people are spending time with. When people work out, often they use the same habits as in daily life, so it means too much effort towards the body, starting by contracting even before they lift weights. So I teach them how to lift light things first and then heavier weights, still using the body like a child, where you feel it's effortless, or like the champions, or like the Olympian athletes, it always seems effortless. So with the Alexander Technique, you learn to put less effort in everything you do.
The most important area that Dominique can help with for clients learning the American accent is in changing your speech. That could be breath control, throat articulation. Many times clients talk too fast and aren't able to create changes that connect with their posture and their body movement. And with just subtle touches to your throat, your neck, your arms, Dominique can help your body become aware and then, on your own, start making powerful changes. Just within minutes, notice how she touches the cheek, touches the jaw, and changes start to occur. They may even surprise you.
Phenomenal. And I'd also like, at this point, to ask Dominique to share a little bit about her background and what brought you into this whole industry, or working with the Alexander Technique and professionals and all of that, because I think our viewers would like to know more about your qualifications so that you can help them as a coach or a trainer.
Thank you. So I was a psychologist trained in Paris when I went for an Alexander Technique session. And in a short while, I was amazed how quickly I felt really great in my body. And I thought, I want to feel like this for the rest of my life. And I had. So I started to have lessons, and then I trained. And the training takes 3 years full time. And I trained with Walter Carrington, who worked closely with Alexander himself, who, by the way, invented his technique in the 2 centuries ago, at the end of the 19th century. So it's a very solid, recognized technique. And I have taught it all around the world. I've started in England, then in France, then in Australia, where I train teachers. And I have been in the United States for more than 20 years now, and here in the Silicon Valley, where I have been specializing in working with executives and people who want to reach a higher level of their potential. And often the people have reached a high level of skill, yet there are habits that they have carried since childhood which are preventing them to look as great as their speech and their actions are. So I'm able to help them to get the charisma that they really have.
That's so incredible, and sharing that, I think, helps us all see how useful this technique can be and some of the results it can achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so important to work with people who are passionate about what they do, and both of us are. And we're excited to work together and to offer coaching and training together. So I would like to take this time to thank Dominique for sharing with us today.
Welcome.
And I'd also like to thank all of our viewers for attending and spending some time with us.
And I'm looking forward to working with you in helping you be more of who you want to be.
It's such an exciting opportunity, and I'd like to encourage all of you, when you come in for your consultations, to mention the Alexander Advantage and to ask questions about your posture, body movement, and breath control if any of this has brought it to your awareness, so that we can help you create change. We want you to go from being an ordinary speaker to being an extraordinary speaker. And you can do that. You can transform yourself in as little as 3 months. We can help you to create more job opportunities for yourself, improve your leadership communication skills, gain confidence, and also improve your life in general. Let us help you help yourself. And we're excited about doing that.
Yes.